Hey, my friend. We've got Mercury moving into Virgo. We've got Mars in Taurus pretty much till March of next year. And we have our new moon in Leo this week. My friend, we've got a beautiful week ahead of you. This is your energy forecast for August 22nd through August 28th. 2022. Hey, my friend, if you are new here, Danny Simonis, your spiritual designer, helping you find clarity on your spiritual journey. My favorite thing to do is to help people understand who they are and why they came here through the lens of astrology so that we can clear away all the societal paradigms, the ancestral paradigms, the generational paradigms, the beliefs, the decisions that no longer serve you so that you can be you and design a life that truly honors who you are. My friend, I'm so excited to be back with you this week for another energy forecast. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to get into this because there is a lot to talk about. So let's first talk about our moon energy and where our moon is going to be over the next few days, right? So look from where our energy is going to be. And when I say that, what I'm referring to is our emotional energy, right? The moon represents our innate reactions and responses to things. So it's so important to know what our moon sign is and then to know where our moon is transiting in our sky so we can know, like, this is the energy that the moon's in. How is this resonating with my own energy? And so this is why we look at the moon every single week to figure out where she's going to be and how we can work with her. So we begin this week off, as you can see, in Gemini. Now you can see right here, we're at 30%, which means 30% left till we are in our new moon. So we're getting really close. So we are starting to transition into new moon early part of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I would say we're slowing down. Everything is kind of slowing down. So this is a really good week as a whole to just kind of take stock, right? To kind of have some reflection. It's kind of the time in the lunar cycle where we kind of just slow it down and we reflect on what has transpired over the past few weeks, right? What happened with our intention? Where are we at with it? Reconnecting, seeing what got in our way or what we were able to break through. It is a beautiful time of reflection and slowing down. So if you have been feeling like I'm getting a little bit more tired, wanting to sleep a little bit more, wanting to kind of just chill a little bit more, this is definitely what this part of the lunar cycle is all about. So let's talk about that's our background, right? So let's talk about where we're going to be every couple of days this week, because you know the moon transits through a zodiac sign every couple of days. So it shifts our energy, right? So kicking off our week here, as I said, in Gemini. Now, Gemini is more of the social sign and wanting to connect, wanting to learn, wanting to share, right? It's that social butterfly energy where you're curious, right? So curious, and you want to learn things and you want to explore things, and it's very fleeting. It's not long standing. It's like, oh, I want to do this, and oh, maybe I'll do this, and oh, maybe I'll learn this, right? Or oh, I'm going to go read this, or I'm going to work on this. And so you may feel that your energy on Monday and Tuesday is really about doing quick things, right? It's not about getting into the detail about things. It's not looking at perfecting anything. It is simply about gathering information, right? So if there's anything over the next couple of days that there's something that maybe you've been wanting to gather information about, maybe you're planning like a trip, or maybe there's a project that you're working on at work, or maybe within your own business or home or relationship, something that you're working on personally, right? It's gathering information. That's the energy you're going to be in, or we're all going to be in over the next couple of days. And so that'll be Monday and Tuesday. And then we move in on Wednesday to our beautiful, emotional, loving, caring energy of Cancer. So Moon is exalted here. She is in her home, right? Moon rules Cancer. So this is very, very in tune with support and nurturing and taking care. And so you may feel like you're wanting some extra nurturing, some extra support, some extra, like what, all the things, the extra self care. So this may be the time where you're like, ooh, I need to take care of me more, or I'm needing some support in this area, or I'm going to nurture my people, right? My family, my friends, my community, right? My neighborhood, right? I'm going to nurture. I'm feeling called to nurture things, right? So you may feel that over the next couple of days. This is also anytime we're in a water moon, it's very creative energy and allowing us to be in that creation. So again, Cancer is a really good time for that creative energy as well, really flowy energy, not so strict, not so rigid, but really flowy. And so, as we think about these energies, if this isn't your natural state, if your natural state isn't to be in flow, right, isn't to be in that flowiness and just allowing things and being present instead of planning it all out, right? Maybe you're the planner type like me. The water energy can feel a little bit icky. It's like, I don't know about this, right? I want to do my stuff. And it's like, you're being called not to, and that's going against who you are. And it's like this battle, right? But it's also allowing us to explore these other parts of us, because we all have this energy, right? In our personalities, in who we are. We all have these 12 zodiac signs. So this is a time for us to tune into that energy. Then on Friday, so we can advance this over to Friday, we see that our moon right there, we're getting really close to our sun. And then on Friday, we actually move into Leo. So our sun in Sidereal Astrology is currently in Leo. We just moved into Leo last week. So hello and happy solar return to my Leo friends. If your sun is in Leo, this would be your birthday month. So happy birthday, happy solar return to you. So we get into our new moon energy on Saturday. And so you see here, they're 2 degrees apart, and you'll see it's at 1%. It's almost at its full darkness, where there's no light, right? The new moon is where the sun and the moon come together. It's called a conjunction. And this is the time, the beginning of a new lunar cycle. So this is a time to set intentions, right? Of what it is you wish to see, to have, to be, to manifest over the next 30 days. So we've got a really beautiful energy of Leo. So let's talk really quick about this, because Leo is such a beautiful sign, right? And it is all about the way I'm reading this new moon chart. And if you'd like to set intentions with us this month, I am doing a new moon intention setting workshop on Saturday, August 27th. I had to look at the date there. August 27th at 8 a.m. Pacific. It'll be about a 2-hour workshop where we're going to hear more about the new moon in Leo and really cultivate our intentions and really set a really powerful intention. It's a beautiful ritual. It's a beautiful experience. I'd love to have you. It is virtual, so it doesn't matter where you are. You can come join us. And I will put a link down in the comments for you if you are in the description. There you go. In the description box if you are interested in joining. So the new moon energy, the way I'm reading this chart is that it is a time of taking back our power. It really is a time of taking back our power. Leo is, it is a very powerful sign, right? We can see when it's in its most beautiful state, right? It is confident. It is the leader. It knows how to shine its beautiful light. And so along the way, somewhere we have allowed other things, right? External things in our world to take our power away. And I really am feeling called that this new moon is about bringing all that back, bringing that back to us, to strengthen what is here so that we can step out, right? And do the things that we want to do. Have, share our gifts, be seen, be confident, knowing, right? Being okay, like with who we are, right? And so many of us get tripped up on these little things that seem big for us, but they're actually really just little things. And when we can step into our Leo energy and be able to be in that exalted way and really show up, right? Really shine bright, our beautiful light, expressing our gifts in its full power. Man, that's a beautiful thing. So I really feel like this is what this new moon is all about. So this is happening on Saturday. So we'll be in that new moon energy from probably around Thursday to probably around Monday, right? And so we have this period right here where you can work with the new moon, set your intentions, and have a really, really beautiful new moon experience in this lunar cycle. So that is where our moon is going to be for the week. So there's one other thing I did want to talk about is that you'll see right here on Thursday, our moon will be really close to Venus right here, right? So Thursday, Friday, you'll see that the moon is conjunct Venus, meaning they're really close together. They're kind of hanging out. And so they're sharing their energies. So Venus rules our money. It rules our love. It rules beauty, right? And so if we think of this Venus, this really beautiful Venus energy, you may find that with the moon and the conjunction of the moon, that there is just an extra desire, right, for your love, right? Whether it's love with a partner, love with your family, love with friends, love of self, right? Whether it's that type of love, or maybe it's in beautifying your space, right? Shifting things up in your home. It could even be, working, and I would do some money. If you're looking at doing any money activations, money rituals, like in that type of way, this would be a really beautiful time to do it with the moon in this energy and being conjunct Venus, because it's about bringing it in, like what you desire and what you want, but it's from a very beautiful place, not a greedy place, right? Not a lack, not a poverty, right? It's coming from an abundant place, a grateful place, a knowing, right? Instead of a more of a like, I really wish I had this desperate, more like that desperate energy, right? And this would be a really good time to kind of work on some of those things as well. All right, so let's talk about a couple other things that we have going on in our sky. And that is, if we go back to, let's go back a couple days here to, we'll see it right here on the 21st, which is Sunday, right? 21st, our beautiful planet of Mercury moved from Leo into Virgo. We can see this right here, right? This is Mercury and it's at 0 degrees Virgo. So every time Mercury makes a shift, right? And it makes a shift 4 to 6 weeks. It depends, but it also depends on if it's in retrograde, then it's a little bit longer. Well, Mercury being in Virgo, the energy shifts because in Mercury in Leo was all about this speaking and thinking, right? And our communication around this very grand, very joyful, very confident, very powerful place, right? Well, when we shifted into Mercury, it's a little bit more about systems and structures and routines and getting things just right, perfecting things to its best, most perfect way, right? And so that could be in our communication where we stop ourselves, like, what? Like, no, that's not right. And you hesitate because just like you're trying to get it right, right? Or you're thinking like, nope, that's not the right thing. That's not the right thing. That's not the right thing, right? It's like that idea of it's not right. It's not perfect. And so there could be a lot of this inner critic of it not being just right or perfect coming up. I want you to notice that because it could be extra loud during Mercury in Virgo. It could be extra loud for you. If you already have it, it's like it can be amplified right now. So I want you to pay attention to that, right? The other thing that's really beautiful about Mercury in Virgo is that there's this energy to be of service, right? And so it could be in how you're communicating or you're learning or you're thinking, right? How can I be of service to people? How can it's funny. Was working with a client and she was asking me, what should I do with here, blah, blah, blah. And so we were talking about some different things. And the question I asked her to ask herself was, how can you be of service? Right? How can you be of service? Because this energy right now is really with the Mercury is to be of service. Like, how can you be of service to someone, especially if you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur? How can you be of service to your community, to your person, to your people? Like, how can you be of service to them? This is what you want to communicate during this time. Now, let's look at the last thing I want to talk about today, which is Mars. So our beautiful, beautiful planet of Mars is in Taurus. It actually moved into Taurus on August 11th, and my intention was to talk about it last week. And here's why. Again, when planets move signs, right now, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, they move signs more frequently. Like when Saturn makes a move or when Jupiter makes a move, that's much bigger, right? And we'll feel it bigger across the collective. But the personal planets like Venus, Mars, Mercury, they move so quickly that it's more in tune with just like us individually, where the other planets are more of the collective, okay? So Mars moving into Taurus kind of grounds our energy down. So Mars in Aries, we saw a lot of this in our world, was a lot of fighting, a lot of battles, a lot of fire, right? We saw this very warrior, very like starting of new things, right? Also kind of happening. That was Mars in Taurus. Mars is that willpower, that determination, that drive that we have. And so when it was in Aries, it was like, let's go, let's do this, let's do this. It was fast, right? And it was like just impulsive and let's go do this and let's start this. And it was very much that way. It's the starter energy. It's not the like, I'm going to keep on doing this forever. So you could have used that energy to maybe shift a habit, right? I'm going to start doing this now, but that's fleeting. In Aries, it's fleeting. In Taurus, it's more grounded. So you can use the energy to start it in Aries, but in Taurus, we can ground that energy down. So in Taurus, our drive and an ambition is grounded, practical, and sensible. There's this practical, sensible idea where in Aries it's like, let's just do it. Taurus is like, let's calculate some things here. Let's make sure I want to use my energy for that, right? It's determination and its tenacity are its strengths. Its determination and its tenacity are its strengths. So in Mars, there's a lot more determination here. There's a lot more like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this done. This is it. This is happening, right? And we understand in Taurus that it's going to take a little bit longer to reach our objective. Now, not as extreme as Capricorn, because Capricorn's like, it knows it's going to take, it's like hard work. It's that very traditional idea of like hard work. You do the hard work and you'll get the goal, right? You'll achieve the dream, you'll achieve the thing, which is absolutely true. But it's very much about like doing the hard work and doing the thing now, where Taurus is like, it understands it's got to do some work. It doesn't necessarily like it, but it understands that its objective is going to get met, right? And it'll have the patience to get there. It wants to get it done right and properly. Again, not as extreme as Virgo, but it's like, I get that I want to do this thing and I'm ready to do this thing, but let's just make sure it's right. It's the right timing, that everything that I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing. It's not just do it energy. So if you're looking to ground something in, right? If you want your whatever it is that you're working towards, you're going to find that it is going to be more grounded and sensible and practical. Now, for some of us, that's great, right? We're like, oh yeah, I really need to ground this energy in. I really need to like, I've been having all these ideas and I really need to ground them in and get a nice, plan together and really think about how I can do this, right? And also it can be on the flip side for some of us a little bit harder, who are already in that energy, that are very practical and logical and sensible and looking for the stability, that we're like even more grounded in this, where we get even more stuck. So I want you to just be mindful of this. Notice what your energy, what's your drive? Is your drive more of that like, yes, let's just go do it, and not think, right? Not take the time to really like think about it for a second, but just be that impulsive, like go for it? Or is your energy more of the energies that's like, well, let me just wait and see how it goes. Let's just see. Notice, because you may find that while Mars is in this energy, that may be the case for you. And the reason why I tell you this is because we're going to be in this energy for a while. So Mars just moved into Taurus, and it's going to move into Gemini on October 15th. So we've got a good, almost 2 months here of being in this really good energy, okay, of this nice Taurus, grounded, sensible, practical energy. And then it's going to flip into the Gemini for a couple of weeks, and then it's going retrograde. So Mars is going retrograde on the 3rd of November. And when it goes into retrograde on the 3rd of November, it's going to hit back into Taurus. And it will be retrograde all the way through January 17th. So again, we've got a really long period being in that energy of Taurus, and then it isn't going to move it back into Gemini until March of next year, March of 2023. So we will pretty much be in this Taurus energy with Mars for several months, right? Not till March. We got about 7 months where we'll be in that energy. Granted, it will be retrograde. Granted, there'll be a few weeks that are in Gemini, but most of this period is going to be in Taurus. So I want you to know this, because this is where our drive and ambition is going to be. This is where that willpower is going to be. So this is our motivation. It's going to be very sensible, very practical, very grounded. And so it can keep us like stuck in the thing. So I want you to be mindful of that. Okay. All right, my friend. That is our energy forecast for the week. I am so excited for this week. There's a lot of really beautiful things happening with the Mercury, with our moon. I love the energy that our moon's going to be in. Maybe it's because the moon's coming into my moon sign. I don't know, but it feels really good. I'm loving this Leo energy right now, and I'm just looking forward to a fabulous week ahead. I hope you are too, my friend. And as always, remember, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And find peace. My friend, I do have a Leo energy workshop that started last week. I forgot to mention to you. So if you would like to learn more about there is a link down in this description box. Have a good one, my friend. See you next week.